What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Patrick here. Moving on to the next question. So a square inch is what percentage of a square foot? So to start off as a review, we know that there are what? There are 12 inches in 1 foot. And so what we're going to try to do is get the units the same. So figuring out that percentage is going to be easy. Now you got to be careful here. They're not asking an inch is what percentage of a foot, but a square inch is what percentage of a square foot. And there may be a common tendency when you first run into something like this, especially if it's a multiple choice test, this answer, this wrong answer that I'm about to show you would definitely be one of the choices. There's a common tendency to say, well, it's just 1 over 12. And that would be the answer. This would be 0.0833, which is 8.33%. And that would be the answer if it said an inch is what percentage of a foot. But they're asking a square inch is what percentage of a square foot. So it's a different question. And so this wouldn't be the correct answer. Basically, if we draw this out, so what is a square inch? Basically means it's a square where the length is 1 inch and the width is 1 inch. Versus a square foot, if I draw this a little bigger, it means that the length is 1 foot and the width is 1 foot. And so if we keep the units the same, it means that the length is 12 inches and the width is 12 inches. And so really, we got to figure out how many of these square inches can fit inside this square foot. And so if we draw it out, let's say we draw out the first row of square inches, we'd have 1 square inch right there. That would be 1, 1, 1, etc., all the way to the end, which would be 1 as well. Well, the whole thing is 12 inches, and each of these are 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So how many square inches would be in this first row? There would be 12 square inches. And then if we look at it vertically, this is 1, 1, 1. And then we keep going all the way to the last one, which would be 1 as well. This here is also 12. And so there would be 12 square inches in this column as well. So basically we'd have 12 rows of 12 square inches. And so if we multiply both of those, it basically means there are 144 square inches in a square foot. I could have maybe explained that a little bit smoother, but hopefully you see what I'm saying. There's basically 144 of these square inches within this square foot. You can draw 144 of these. And so to calculate the percentage, we'd basically take 1 of these and divide it by 144 of these. Right, and this is going to give you a decimal, and they're asking for the percentage. So what you would do is you would take this and multiply it by 100. So this would end up being 0.00694. And then the 4s would repeat. And then we multiply this by 100. This is a decimal. To change it to a percentage, multiply by 100. And we get 0.6944, etc., percent. This is not a decimal. This is the percent right there. Right? And notice that's a lot less than that 8.33%, where an inch is 8.33% of a foot. When you're dealing with square inches and square feet, it's a different value, right? So just be careful with these kinds of questions, even if you have to draw it out just to kind of understand it in your head a little bit better. Feel free to do so, but the answer is 0.6944%.